setting up my Aqua One Mini Reef 120. Let's go. Alright, Reef fan, today we're setting up my Aqua One Mini Reef 120. If you're thinking about getting into reef tanks or upgrading your setup, this is for you. Let's break it down step by step. First things first, I cleaned this tank, just wiped with raw water. The sleek design and sump system make it a solid choice for a reef setup. But placement is key, so I made sure to put it on a level surface near a power outlet and away from direct sunlight because algae is not the vibe. I don't use my heater, so don't worry about my placement. This is the perfect spot for me. This will be the first thing you see as you enter my open area kitchen. I rubbed a little Vaseline on the hinges, trust me. This prevents rust over time. Saltwater tanks are humid and metal hinges suffer. Now for the fun part, setting up the sump and plumbing. This step matters because a properly working sump means better filtration and happier fish. I followed the Aqua One instructions because, let's be real, plumbing isn't my strong suit. Making sure all connections were tight, but not over tightened. No one wants a cracked pipe or glass. I'm putting the filter socks directly to the overflow. Now for the gear, I'm using a Heim Compact on 1000 for the return pump, which I placed on the third chamber of the sump. I just connected the tubings and make sure it's fitted to avoid any water leaks. You need to heat up the tubings like blow dryer to loosen a bit, as it's really tight and I had difficulty fitting it in. For the first chamber, I'm putting Bubble Magus 3.5 protein skimmer, then putting the Heim 100-watt heater on the third sump. I left the second chamber empty as I'm planning to make a refugium on that space. Okay, now it's time to make this tank look good. First step, sand. I'm using a Caribsea Alive Sand Fiji Pink, just using 10 pounds as I don't want a very thick substrate, especially that I will be transferring my pair of goby and pistol shrimp that likes digging and covering my aquascape or corals from on my other tank. Then came the rock work. I'm going to mix dry rock and live rock for a natural look, making sure to stack it securely. I will be transferring rocks from my other tank, but for now I will just be putting all this dry rocks. If you're using dry rock, a little reef-safe epoxy helps keep everything locked in place. But for this setup, I'm not using any epoxy, so I can still freely move the rocks for changes. Before adding salt water, I already did a leak test with fresh water. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that fixing leaks before adding salt water is way easier. I'm using natural seawater I ordered from natural seawater supplier here in UK because I don't have enough time to make 120 liters of salt water, and making roddy water takes ages. And that's it. The Aqua One Mini Reef 120 is officially up. But I will surely do some changes once I transfer all my rocks, corals, and fish from my water box cube tank.